Everybody hated us. Nobody wanted to sign us.
But he really had no image at that point.
We
used to see each other out at clubs a lot. So right off the bat, he knew I was, this young, loud, and snotty punk kid that was just trouble. But he liked that. So he decided, he should get me in the band with him. Me and him just became really good friends.
Brad really influenced Brian's appearance.
I looked like a cross between Divine from the John Waters films and Sid Vicious. He latched onto that, started asking me for makeup tips, started dressing like me, and he really kind of took my image and evolved it into his thing. People thought we were creepy and kind of kooky, but that was just our influences. We grew up watching cartoons, and Willy Wonka. When we started becoming more popular, we started getting better looking girlfriends. We had this thing, we were bisexual, satanic drug addicts, and we recreated that hype. We started getting bigger locally, so we had to find a manager. Here we are, Marilyn Manson, and we're recording where, the Manson family killed some people.
Then, a spooky kid finds out the Manson machine won't tolerate weakness.
Basically, I got fired on Christmas Eve in rehab. We were guests in the audience. We weren't popular then. We just wanted to go because Brian had a crush on one of the hosts.
I'm Gail Miran, and if you're just joining us, you couldn't have picked a better time.
It was funny because we would dance for the songs. Two crazy, skinny white boys that can't dance. And they got the camera on us the whole time. For some reason, they zeroed in on us. And they come up to us. They're like, oh, where are you guys from?
You in New York for a while?
Yeah, we're here for 3 days. We're in a band, and we're doing a showcase tomorrow, so we're going to be hanging out.
From Miami, you said?
Yeah, we're from Miami. Band's Marilyn Manson.
And he's like, oh, I came here to see, the host, but I'm upset because she's not here today.
We wanted Gail. I came here to marry her. She's not here. I'm sad.
What can I say? I hate to disappoint you, man, but...
I have this picture of her that I
Very cool. Now, you took this picture off the television?
Yeah.
That's very cool. Now, and, of course, she's here with us in spirit.
Such a nerd, little kid with a crush. We were just fans, and we wanted to be on MTV. We did interviews on cable access, whatever we could do to promote ourselves.
I am very, very pleased to welcome Marilyn Manson and the Spooky Kids. Guys, thanks a lot for being on the show tonight. Do you feel like you're writing music that kids are relating to?
It seems that the young kids are really, really relating to what I'm saying. I don't know why. I really don't want to analyze it, but I appreciate the fact that people understand where I'm coming from.
Almost every record label you can think of would come to see us play, and everybody hated us. Nobody wanted to sign us. And the A&R guy comes up to us afterwards and said, they really like the band, but they don't like Brian. They think he's too pretentious and phony, so we're going to pass. Trent flew us out to L.A.
He rented the Sharon Tate house to put a studio in, and that's where he wanted to put his record together.
Here we are, Marilyn Manson, and we're recording where, the Manson family killed some people. Yeah, there's a good vibe going on in there. I could never really see, what the problem was. It was all a goof, it's all tongue-in-cheek. And Brian was smart. He realized at that time that he is Marilyn Manson and Brian Warner. He could separate the two. He didn't have to be Marilyn Manson 24 hours a day like I was doing. I did all the drugs, slept with, whatever, men, women, animals. I was living the image. I was Gidget Gein.
Brad overdosed one night after a show, and Brian called me 8 o'clock in the morning, upset that his friend might die.
Brian talks me into going to rehab. He's on the verge of tears. I'm feeling really bad, that I let this guy down. I get a FedEx 2 days later. It's a letter from the lawyers, the managers. Basically, I got fired on Christmas Eve in rehab.
You either pull your weight or you'll be left behind. And unfortunately, didn't live up to Manson's expectations.
When Brian had to finally kick Brad out of the band, it was very difficult for him because he really did care about him a lot.
I still love the guy, and it hurts to know that I did that when they, depended on me. Basically, is Marilyn Manson a real person?